Hey y'all, so it is Tay, and I am back with another. All right, so hey y'all, it's Tay, and I am back with another episode of Tea Talks with Tay today, and I'm gonna go ahead and be real with y'all. I ain't sipping on no tea today because I don't want to mess up my lip, cause it go with my lip. So we just gonna hop right into the talking. So today I will be talking about Little Fires Everywhere, which is originally a book series. Now they have turned it into a Hulu original. And let me just first start off by saying I just gotta read this book. Baby, I have to read it. The storyline, the the conflict, the nuance, like the writing is really good and it's poetic. And we're going to get into some of the quotes that these people say. It's so good. I just know the book is a beautiful, interesting read. So now that that is out the way, let's go ahead hop into our characters and our storyline. Now, first on the docket is Elena. So the series actually starts off with Elena, and what we automatically see is her looking through the newspaper. First of all, she's getting up at the crack of ass in the morning. She's getting up super early, so that already is giving like some characteristics, a character type, personality. We already get a hint of that from that. Then she's looking through the newspaper, and then we see her walking in the highway, knocking on everyone's doors. Wake up, kids. So I'm getting a real life, all American, very much so soccer mom vibe. Very much so stay at home. All I know is motherhood. All I know is motherhood and perfection. White House, picket white fence vibe. That's what I get from her. But she's not a stay-at-home mom. She actually goes on to work that day. Speaking of, on her way to work, okay, so I did not know until like episode 3 that this series was set in the 90s. So, I mean, I should have known because I was really confused when I seen Brian, which is Lexi's boyfriend with a high top fade. Like, it's kind of in now, but I was just like, why do they? But it made sense. And also, Alina, as she's driving to work, we see her with this like real old phone, and she's like on it, and you know what, the phone with the spiral cords on it. I can't even name it. And at first I was like, oh, that's cute. This was before I knew it was based in the 90s. I was like, oh, that's cute. I thought it was just a little cute little accessory. Nah, child. It's based in the 90s. That's just really how they used to talk. I didn't know. So, yes, that is that. And, on her way to work, she sees a homeless woman in the car with all of her belongings on top of it inside, and which she decides that it's a civic duty to call the police. Now, a lot of y'all was mad at Alina for this, but I believe she was really doing it for good intent. She was doing it for good intent because she, as you can see, later on, she ends up renting her property out to who we meet as Mia, because it is the same person that she actually called the police on earlier that day. So the thing is, Alina, she is a privileged white woman. Therefore, she is detached. So I don't know what y'all was expecting when she is a privileged white woman. I really don't. Y'all be so upset at Alina. Oh my goodness. Now, granted, she does some things that's very much so like side-eyeable. And really the way she treats her youngest child and daughter Izzy. It is very concerning. But I just want us to pay attention to the nuance here. I want us to pay attention to how they are both affected, because throughout the series we learn in flashback episode that they did, and after she had her third child, she was ready to get back to work. And literally soon after, with the freshly newborn baby, she learns at the doctor that she pregnant again while she's trying to get birth control. She's crushed by it, because 3 versus 4 children is a big difference. And little Bill, who wasn't taking care of nobody, he was at work, was saying that it was not. And that's where like a huge heap of their issues, family issues, especially Alina's and Izzy's relationship, stems from her really not wanting to have that 4th baby. And we see in the flashback episode like the hell she is going through. She telling her kids, hey, you watch out for him, you watch out for her, because she doesn't have anyone to help. And they crying. And at one point she just start throwing dishes on the ground. And it's like, I understand. I can't relate. But I really empathize, because I just know she felt stuck. And she didn't have any help because her husband was at work. Somebody did have to work. And as many women, they feel they have to put their lives and dreams on hold for their children. And they feel like they're cheated out of life. So that is somewhat of Miss Alina's story. I really was trying to empathize with Alina during this series. I like to be balanced. I like to be analytical, especially since this series is based off of a book. I just know it's like so much deeper than what it seems. And as we continue with the series, we see, oh, Alina, she gets bold, honey. She gets big bold, okay? So let's first start off, because she ended up trying to bribe BB, which is just a whole nother storyline that I'm going to get to. She tries to bribe BB into not fighting for her daughter for like $10,000. Alina is paying $10,000 for Mia's co-worker BB to not testify, is because we learned that BB had a daughter that she could not afford. She could not take care of her because of this system that we have that really steps on the back of Black and brown people. And so therefore she's living a really harsh life, not making any money. So it was like she was set up to fail. She had to get rid of her baby. And now that she's in somewhat of a better spot, she wants her back. And this is why I say it's such a good storyline, because on that hand, we have her, the woman who gave birth. She gave birth to that child. And then we have Alina's friend, Linda, who couldn't have children. She tried and she tried. And going back to that flashback episode, when they suspect that Alina is pregnant again, Linda's like, Alina doesn't seem to have any issues with fertility. So I know it stung. It stung seeing her friend be able to get pregnant that many times while she's here struggling, longing to have a child of her own. So, of course, BB obviously does not take the money, the $10,000, which is why both of them are in court. And so, let me tell you, Alina is somewhat all about accountability, self-awareness, blah blah blah, which is like everybody but herself, right? And so she, during the court scenes, in one particular scene, when Bill decides to ease up on Mia a little bit, she like, oh, she stands up and everything. She's like, you supposed to be making sure that she's held accountable. And Bill says, sit down. Sit down. Ooh. When I say she shut the fuck up and sat her ass down then. Oh. Baby, she sat the fuck down. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. Bill was just absolutely fed up with her. He was fed up. And I mean, yeah, I can see that. But also, Bill, man. And let me just go ahead and get on to you real quick. Because you ain't going to take much. You ain't going to take long. I think I'm going to have to revisit Alina because, child, she done did so much. She'll get brought back up when we talk about Izzy. So, Bill. It's a scene where he's just reading her for complete filth, which she kind of deserves, but it's also like, you have to understand, you played a part in this too. So while you over there calling her a common denominator, I guess you the numerator, because it do take two to tangle. And she told you she did not want to have a fourth child. And you just nonchalantly say, oh, it's not going to be that big of a difference. No, well, you weren't going to be at home. You weren't going to be at home to help her with the kids. You wasn't giving birth, sir. You weren't doing those things. Excuse me, honey. I don't like how Bill kept secrets from Alina. I don't like that because Alina was very much so concerned about what was going on with her daughter, and comes to find out that Bill knows that she is interested in females and women. So it's like you see her trying and racking her brain, yet you are withholding information. I don't, because Alina is trying. Now, child, she needs some help. All of them do. All of them need a very much so a great therapist who does not take insurance. They do. They oh my God. So Bill, and let me tell you, baby, after Bill found out about Alina and her little doings after that flashback episode when she went to go get that pacifier. Now that anger is very much so understood. It's understood. And we see how Alina got to get brought up again, because after he says those things, she's like, but I'm a good person. See, that's that ego. That's that ego. I'm a good person. I'm a good mother. Alina, you are doing so much, striving so much for perfection, because you are trying to clean up your own shit, clean up your tracks. That's really what it is. She has now built this system, this facade of her being perfect and just having everything lined up. Because, for one, back then in her past, she didn't have control. She didn't have control of her kids. So when she finally built a system, it's like she got a peace of mind. She made mistakes in the past, and she regret some of the life choices that ended up to where she was today. So that's also why. This is why I say they need therapy. And so what happens is Bill, he he ends up going for a pacifier. That's what he says before he leaves. Now the thing about this is Bill then left, and baby, he had that cigarette in his mouth coming back. I'm surprised he did not choke on smoke, because when he came back, his whole, I'm pretty sure, $250,000 house is engulfed in flames. Every part of it. Every part of it is engulfed with flames. I was like, oh my goodness. Imagine the trauma. You didn't sat here and just went off, and when you come back, your whole damn house is gone. That's PTSD for the rest of your life. You don't even want to go to the damn store after that. Shit. Next, I would like to talk about Mia. Let's talk about Mia. So, I want to go ahead and talk about this flashback, honey, because it had me shook. So, get into the flashback episode. Tiffany Boone plays young Mia. If you don't know, Tiffany Boone is, well, I'm famously known as, for me, The Chi. And, moment of silence for her acting. Tiffany. She got those mannerisms down pat, honey. She got those mannerisms so good. She's such a good actress. And as I said this before, as an actress, it makes me gush seeing good acting. And so the flashback episode, and the first thing we see the little car. We see it going up and down, up and down. We're like, oh, no, what's going on? What's going on? And we see some handprints and stuff going, all on the window. It's getting a little hot. Come to find out, this girl is not only having sex in the car, but she having sex in the car with Pearl, her little baby girl, in the back seat. Now, I said, wait a minute. Mia, I know you don't get down like that, now. Girl, you get down like that? But you know what? I guess you get it like you get it how you get it. I don't know. I guess that helped the little mother-daughter relationship be better. So, I just really wanted to talk about that, y'all. But, so Mia, she is very mysterious and standoffish and secretive. She is all of those things. And we learn she's also, in a way, running from her past, which is what I believe Alina and Mia have in common. They're both running from their past. They formed traits and lies about themselves in order to do that, in order to survive. And the reason why Mia is running from her past is because when she was in New York for art school, she couldn't afford it. And so she took the responsibility of being a surrogate for a family. Now, shout out to Nicole Beharie. I was like, yes, I love seeing Nicole in any and everything. She's such a good actress as well. And she is supposed to be a surrogate for this family. She earns $12,000. $12,000, I believe. And unfortunately, after her brother Warren, which is now her last name, Mia Warren, Pearl Warren, she kind of just like, she lost it. And so what happens is she told them, I'm not coming back. And she lies. She lies and says that she had a miscarriage. Lady 2, who paid for you to have her child, she was really longing to have a child, and she put all of her hopes and dreams into you, and you failed her. And that's why she's running now. And we get these scenes, these cut scenes of Jesse Williams, I believe that's his name, Jesse Williams. And at first, when I first seen it, I was like, girl, why is you scared? Just ain't gonna do nothing to you. But after I learned what she did, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense. And so she continuously moves in fear of being found and Pearl get taken away. Mia, she's not all bad. She's not all bad. And actually, what we see is Mia and Izzy, who is the outcast of the Richardsons. We see them form a relationship. They bond because they are both artists. They are both very much so radical. Which, hey, I'm radical too. So I love to see it. And the one thing I love about Mia in this series is, baby, she will read you to death. She will read you to death. And the way she read Lexi, because you're just not gonna be treating my daughter like that. Let me tell y'all. So after Lexi came back from doing what she did, which we gonna talk about, and then was just acting like this, she was acting so pathetic. Mia said, Miss Thing, your little privileged self is not finna be coming around me demanding anything. Like, do you see yourself? Do you hear yourself? You are victimizing the hell out yourself. This is basically what she is saying. And it just left Lexi to look just like, really think about her actions. Because after you done sat here and lied and put Pearl's name, Pearl Warren, on your abortion papers, that's dirty. It's like, I mean, could you not just come up with a completely fake name? I'm still confused. I was really confused by that. So she had every right. Like, you didn't mess with her baby girl. You deserved it. She deserved it. And let me tell you about, going back to the court scene. This show is so good. The nuance. I'm gonna say this the whole episode. I said episode, you know what I mean. The whole podcast. But during the court scene, y'all, she do the face. She do the face. Y'all know what face I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all. And so she is put on stage. Let me back up again. Let me back up. The directing in this show is so good. It's so good. And what we see is, because Mia is helping BB get her child back, she's set to testify for her. Mia is talking to BB at work, and she's talking about how I can't testify because my daughter, I don't want this news to come out about my daughter, but it's like, it ended up coming out anyway. And so they show these close-ups as Mia is talking. We see the emotion, the conflict of her trying to help BB because she understands that feeling. She understands that even though by law it might not be her daughter or whatnot, but by nature, by God's law, she cultivated that baby. She understands BB's pain, and she's like, I don't know if I can do this because I don't want to lose my daughter. It's like the camera captures all of the hopes and dreams and heartbreak of BB, and you can hear it in her voice. She's like, I really need you. I'm depending on you. to do this so I can get mine back. Conflict. The conflict. This is why I need to read a book. And so we get to the court scene, and now this lawyer goes for me. Lawyer goes. If you don't know, now you know I am going to be a lawyer. So that lawyer who was defending BB was worth every penny. He was good. He was really good. So the lawyer who is Bill, is grilling the hell out of Mia, and she just like, hold on now. What we not gonna do is sit here and have a discussion about which mother is pitting mothers against each other. That's what she says. We are not about to pit mothers against each other. Because, and like I was saying, Mia just strongly believes that Maylene is BB's because she cultivated and birthed her. And we see the emotion. We see the emotion. We see her face. You know, the face I can't. I look so goofy because I cannot do it. I cannot do the face. But she does the face that she does. And that's why I said Tiffany Boone is so good. Because in the flashback episode, we see Tiffany Boone do the same face when she gets the news about how the woman she loved died from ovarian cancer. About her brother passing away. Like the mannerisms Tiffany Boone mimic is just, she better win an Academy Award. And now Alina, like I said, she done went somewhere. She done went somewhere and stuck her nose in somebody's business that did not belong. But she was successful. No, she was very successful in finding out that Pearl is actually, well, Pearl is Mia's daughter, but she was supposed to be the daughter of two other parents because Mia was just a surrogate. And she ends up blackmailing her about this. See, baby, thing about Lena is she'll get some leverage on you, okay? And I see how I keep bringing up Alina. You know what, Bill was right. She is a common denominator. Because I didn't start talking about Alina yet. Because I forgot to tell y'all and give you my thoughts about how after Alina learned this information, now her big mouth ass, she decides that it is her own business to go and tell Pearl. And I just really want to talk about this scene before I get to the court scene. Because we see her dropping Pearl back off at Mia's house. And you can see the look on Alina's face when she met eyes with Mia. She's just like, I got you, bitch. I got you, bitch. That's how she was looking. And Pearl just went straight in the door without saying nothing. That's how you know she told her and she was mad. That's how you know. And I would like to point out that during the scene when she tells Pearl, the camera actually zooms in on the fireplace that is in front of them, which is foreshadowing. I love it. I told y'all I love the directing in this show. Mia, two last things about Mia. So Mia, child, she got back at Elena. Cause just how Elena was like, got you, bitch, when she spilled that tea. When Miss Elena came knocking on Mia door by some foolishness, talking about something. Well, girl, let me tell you, Pearl, you're such a bad mother because you didn't even know she was pregnant. And I swear to God, I was in my bedroom like, who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell her? Because, child, the gag is, it was Lexi. That's nasty. It was Lexi, your little perfect daughter, who got pregnant and had an abortion and then lied about the name and couldn't even tell you about it because you ain't even focused on any real issues but perfection in your household. So when Miss Mia go ahead and let you know that who it really was, yeah, your feelings was hurt and they should have been. So yeah, that was like really one of my favorite moments, cause that was like, oh, got you back, bitch. That's what it was. That's and Mia. So in the last parts of Little Fights Everywhere, we see her walking in a grocery store listening, I would say, a podcast about the history of Shaker, racial history of Shaker. And as she's listening and we get the voiceover, the camera pans to all of these pure white cane sugar bags and flour bags in which she actually buys in order to make another art piece. And it just it really shows how whitewashed. That's what at least I'm believing the symbolism is that Shaker is that, and not only that, but nothing really has progressed. All right, so I have split this video into 2 segments. So this is the end of part 1. You can click the link in my description box, and I will also have it on the screen to watch part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you feel about this series down below. Remember, like and subscribe.